Hello, beautiful people. If you are someone that is concerned about fitness and health, well, we're all concerned about our health, but the fitness and food aspect of it, this video is going to be a little bit more towards that. So, as I'm starting my journey here on these videos, it was only a matter of time before negative comments started creeping in. And yesterday was the first of negative comments. I'm actually quite surprised. It's been months since I've been doing videos. So once the negative comments come in, that means like, cool, I'm starting to get some numbers, starting to make a dent in reaching people because reaching people is important. That's what we're here for. Okay. So health and fitness. These comments, they were about eating and being skinny, probably, I guess. I don't know. But yes, I am skinny. And do I eat much? No, I don't. And that is by choice currently. I don't uh I don't foresee myself changing that. So, food is fuel. And if you're doing activities that require the fuel, then yes, you need a lot of food. I haven't been doing the activities. I've been sitting at a desk for almost a year. I don't need a lot of calories. I'm also, I say aging lightly because I feel like aging is kind of more of a spiritual thing, but this human body is aging, and hormonally, as a woman, we have lesser calorie requirements. Why was that word so hard? We have lesser calorie requirements as we get older and as we age. Also, I am coming from a background of bodybuilding and extremely disciplined diet regime. Extremely disciplined. I have not personally been in the aura of another person that has been more disciplined than myself. So there's that. I have spent years understanding the biohacking aspect of my body as much as I could within my price range, because you can really get into that once you get some money on those things. And just understanding my body and its needs and its requirements. And also, as I integrate the physical with the spiritual self, then a lot of not only those requirements change, but also the desire of the activities and the necessity of a certain look of a physique, right? Like I did bodybuilding for a while. So I wanted a very specific shape and figure in order to appease the marks with the judges, which I did. I did bring in multiple trophies. So I am, I do I feel bad when people make these comments? I feel bad for them because it really does. And yes, these comments replay in my mind. It instills a sense of doubt. And as I start this video journey and people leave amazing heartfelt comments that I love to connect with as much as I can, I also understand that there is going to be a line at some point where the energy boundaries are going to have to be stronger, and to there probably will be a point where it's not really looking at the comments or using a bot to filter out certain keywords of things. And so that's just going to be the way of the world, because I need to protect my energy, because I am here to interact with those that want to create a better world for everyone. And if you're using your words to not do that, then your energy doesn't need to be a part of my energy or my collective's energy. So as this progresses into whatever this is, if you notice an absence of my presence in the comment section, that is going to be why. However, as we enter that territory, that means new avenues will open up for connection and communication by way of groups and online communities where those will know who we're accepting into the community, right? You'll be vetted, you'll have questions, and if you I am pausing here because I don't want it to be like a toxic positivity place, like, oh, good vibes only. Like, obviously, it's not good vibes only. If you've watched any of my videos, obviously, you know I'm not good vibes only. It's all the vibes, as long as they're coming from love. And even when we have gross vibes in front of us, or coming from inside of us, or the negativity, that is an opportunity for us to view those feelings with a sense of love and ask where they're coming from. So those person that made those comments, I would ask you to look inside and ask yourself, why did you say that? And I want you to answer in a response to you, not to me, right? Like, oh, I said, like, I told you to eat something because you look skinny. Like, okay, but why? Why did you feel like that was important? If I needed to eat, I would eat. If I could eat, I could eat. Okay, so and then skinny. Yeah, I used to have really big muscles. Like really big muscles. I won trophies off of having muscles. And this kind of brings me around to, how do we handle insults? How do we handle negativity from others? And this is a question that obviously I've asked, like, who did anyone go to grade school? Obviously someone's had to deal with a bully at some point or another. And sad thing is, even as adults, some adults have to deal with bullies still. I didn't know that until I started talking to the people in the community, and like, people still deal with bullies. It's crazy. I remember my last bully. Oh, that was that was a test. That was a test. Okay. So we deal with these things by always being true to ourselves and following our heart while connecting with God, making sure this microphone's still on. We do these things. Okay, we handle let me start over. I'm sorry. When it comes to negative comments or feedback or criticism coming from others, to be able to accept that and process it, or allow it to run off our backs, so to speak, we have to be strong in our core of who we are. That means we have to have faith that we know we have asked ourselves who we are. We have to have faith that we have asked ourselves where we're going. We know that we have to have faith that we have dissected we've looked at our past and we've integrated many things from our past and our lessons, good and bad, right? And so that when people say these things, we can respond with a confidence of, I know who I am, and your comment doesn't matter. I could have used a fancy word right there, but like, really, the comments don't matter. And words are powerful. And it does suck when people go around throwing around negativity and comments that are hurtful, because it is physical. How the saying, sticks and stones may, but words may never hurt me. Like, that is not true. Words do hurt. And in fact, they hurt more than sticks and bones. It's because it's invisible and it's hard to like fix the unseen. You get a cut, okay, the body heals. It does that without you. But if someone says something mean to you, that might stay in your brain. It might not. It depends how much conditioning you have, as far as how much self work and how much self confidence and all this you have. I'm making a whole video on the subject. So did it affect me? Yes, it has always affected me, because I've been getting these comments my entire life, because I have lived a healthy lifestyle my entire life, and my energy is that of a freaking goddess. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. You think all these visualizations that people see of goddesses, and do you think these goddesses go to the gym? Do you think they're counting their calories? No, they just exist as an amazing goddess. All right. So I know that whatever I'm doing with my diet, health, fitness regimes, I know that I am doing so with the discernment and intentionality that most people aren't even capable of. Most people don't even know things exist to the level of discernment and intentionality that I operate at. And it's amazing to operate at the level that I operate at. And that's why I'm doing these videos, so that I can share like just how to tap into yourself, not how to live like me and not how to operate like me, but how to tap into your own self and trust your own self to how to live and operate like you, because there's not all these different strands of vibrations for nothing. Like, you are you for a reason, and I am me for a reason, and it's because God wants to experience all things and everything. So figure out who you are. And I'm really glad those person made those comments. Otherwise, this video wouldn't have been made. I feel like this is a really good video that needed to be made. And am I on the less toned side right now? Absolutely. I have been in a season of rest. And in a matter of months, it will be that I haven't even done a full yoga flow since like December or January. And that's because I'm allowing my body to be in whatever stage and cycle that it's in right now. Have I stopped moving? No. I've been doing hikes, I've been doing walks, I've been doing slow somatic movements. And one thing that's been probably the most helpful is just moving in a playful, childish way, just shaking and bouncing and twisting and turning and incorporating kind of, I guess, a lot of the movements you can find in Tai Chi exercises. And a lot of things are just simple, that like, think of the jumping jack movement. Like, that is such a basic, healthy, simple thing. And a lot of the Tai Chi exercises are kind of just like that, where you're just moving your arms and your legs, and you're just getting your lymphatic system going, right? Because a lot of our physical energy is emotional energy. It's really weird. And this is my body is going through different cycles, and I want to experiment with my body. Is just one big experiment, right? Like, it's the one thing that I am absolutely gifted to by God that nobody can take away from me except God. I guess people can. Let's not go there. All right. So, this video, be mindful with your words. They stick to people, they hurt people's feelings. I know I've said mean things. I know I've said things trying to explain my perspective and inadvertently hurt people, and that sucks. I know people, they're like, I am sensitive. When people say the slightest thing, their words stick to me. So I will replay conversations forever and ever. No, I won't. Let's let go of memories. We don't need to hold on to that baggage. Totally kidding. Let's let go of the words. Let's let go of the spells and curses that people place over us. Be strong in your core. Know who you are. Know that when people say things, it is coming from their point of reflection and understanding. And it's best to not take it personal. That's pretty much the gist of it. Don't take things personal. And you do that by knowing who you are. And if you found my page and my videos, then you're going to be on an amazing path of learning who you are. I don't even think I've totally forgot the introduction on this video. I am Deb. I like to share the human experience to help others with their human experience. It's a lot of spiritual awakening information, understanding the transition of 3D to 5D. And a lot of that is mental, in the sense that we have been raised and living in a construct of solid items and we are understanding that they are not solid. And so just that paradigm alone shifts our overall dimensional thinking from 3D to 5D. It's a really weird concept. And there's so many different ways to explain it or interpret it or live by it or make fun of it. So, my name's Deb. Thank you for listening. I love being able to come on here and just share whatever I feel called to share. A lot of the information is just in the moment. It comes from source and flow. I don't pre-plan. I do meditate a little bit before the video, but even then, very rarely. It's it's usually so many pieces of information that I just get to a point where I'm like, all right, I don't know my beginning sentence and we're hitting play. And it's very obvious. These videos are very obviously not tailored, put together. I don't edit them. I wanted to start doing videos since 2016 and I spent years being hung up on editing. No editing. And it forces me to be real because I don't want to have to be like, oh, I want this message and like re-record it. There's of all these videos on my channel, there are maybe 3 videos that I recorded once and then had to record. And usually if I had to re-record it, it was probably because like the microphone stopped working halfway through, but I really liked the message and wanted to redo it. And it's never the same twice. And I don't like wondering, well, was the first one like was I not supposed to make the second one? Is the second one just crap? Is the second one better? Like I don't know. So I like to just be myself, be full, be authentic, no edits. I allow what to come through. It's not premeditated. Sometimes I have notes on the time and sometimes I follow them, sometimes I don't. We might end up with a tarot reading here and there. Ultimately, we're here for the human experience. And YouTube allows me to get on here and talk about it. It's my own talk therapy. Have a blessed day. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Cheers.